Discuss NITI Aayog. Okay, so on 13 August 2014, the Modi government scrapped the 65 years planning commission, old planning commission, okay, and announced that it would be replaced by a new body. Accordingly, on January 1st, 2015, the NITI Aayog, National Institution for Transforming India, was established as the successor to the planning commission. However, it must be noted here that the NITI Aayog, like that of the planning commission, was also created by an executive resolution of the government of India, that is the Union government. Okay, hence it is also neither a constitutional body nor a statutory body. In other words, it is a non-constitutional or extra-constitutional body that is not created by the constitution and a non-statutory body not created by the Act of Parliament. NITI Aayog is the premier policy think tank of the Government of India, providing both directional and policy inputs while designing strategic and long-term policy and program for the Government of India. NITI Aayog also provides relevant technical advice to the center and states, the center to state on one-way flow of policy that was the hallmark of the Planning Commission era. Okay, it's now sought to be replaced by the genuine and continuing partnership of state. In a paradigmatic shift from the command and control approach of the past, the NITI Aayog accommodates diverse point of view in a collaborative rather than confrontationist setting. In the spirit of federalism, NITI's own policy thinking through its shaped by bottom-up approach rather than a top-down model. Okay, rational while explaining the reason for replacing the planning commission with the NITI Aayog, the Union government made the following observation: India has undergone a paradigm shift over the past 6 decades, politically, economically, socially, technologically, as well as demographically. The role of the government in national development has seen a parallel evolution. Keeping with this changing time, the Government of India has decided to set up NITI Aayog, National Institution for Transforming India, in place of erstwhile planning commission as a means to better serve the needs and aspirations of the people of India. The new institution will be catalyst to the developmental process, nurturing an overall enabling environment, though through a holistic approach to development going beyond the limited sphere of the public sector and Government of India. This will be built on the foundation of an empowered role of states and equal partners in national development, operationalizing the principle of cooperative federalism, a knowledge hub of internal as well as external resources, serving as a repository of good governance best practices, and a think tank offering domain knowledge as well as strategic expertise to all levels of government, a collaborative platform facilitating implementation by monitoring progress, plugging gaps, and bringing together the various ministries as well as at the center and in states and in the joint pursuit of development goals. In the same context, the Union Finance Minister Arun Jaitley said the 65 years old Planning Commission had become a redundant organization. It was relevant in the common economy structure but not the larger. India is a diversified country, okay, and its share are in various phases of economic development along with their own strengths, and weakness. In this context, okay, a one-size-fits-all approach to economic planning is obsolete. It cannot make India competitive in today's global economy. The resolution observed, perhaps most importantly, the transition must adhere to the tenet that while incorporating positive influence from the world, No single model can be transplanted from outside into the Indian scenario. We need to find our own strategy for growth. The new institution has to zero in on what will work in and for India. It will be a Bharatiya approach to development. Composition. The composition of NITI Aayog is as follows: Chairperson, the Prime Minister of India. Governing Council, it comprises the Chief Minister of all the states, Chief Minister of Union Territories and Legislature, that is Delhi and Puducherry, and Lieutenant Governors and of the other Union Territories. Regional councils, they are formed to address specific issues and contingencies impacting more than one state of a region. These are formed for a specified tenure. These are convened by the Prime Minister and comprises of the Chief Ministers of states and Lieutenant Governors of Union Territories in the region. These are chaired by the Chairperson of the NITI Aayog of his nominee. So special invites experts, specialists or practitioners with relevant domain knowledge as special invites nominations by the Prime Minister. Full-time organizational framework, it comprises, in addition to the Prime Minister as the chairperson, vice chairperson, he is appointed by the Prime Minister. He enjoys the rank of the cabinet minister. Members full-time. They enjoy the rank of the Minister of State. Part-time members, maximum of 2 from leading universities, research organization and other relevant institutions with an ex officio capacity. Part-time members would be on the rotation. Ex officio members, maximum of 4 members of the Union Council of Ministers to be nominated by the Prime Minister. Chief Executive Officer is appointed by the Prime Minister for a 6th tenure in the rank of Secretary of the Government of India. Secretariat as deemed necessary. Specialized wings. NITI Aayog houses a number of specialized wings, including research wing, consultancy wing. Research wing, it develops in-house sectoral expertise as a dedicated think tank of top-notch domain experts, specialists and scholars. Under consultancy wing, it provides a marketplace of weighted panels of expertise and funding for the central and state governments, top into matching their requirements with solution providers, public and private, national and international, by playing matchmaker instead of providing the entire service itself. NITI Aayog is able to focus its resource on priority matters, providing guidance and an overall quality check to the rest. Team India wing, it comprises of the representatives from every state and ministry and serves as a permanent platform for national collaboration. Each representatives ensure that every state ministry has a continuous voice and stake in the NITI Aayog, establishes a direct communication channel between the states and ministry and NITI Aayog for all development related matters as a dedicated liaison interface. NITI Aayog functions to close cooperation, consultation and coordination with the ministries of the central government and state governments, while it makes recommendations to the central and state governments to respond with the responsibility for taking and implementing decisions rest with them. Objectives of the NITI Aayog are mentioned below. To evolve a shared vision of national development priorities, sectors and strategies with the active involvement of states in the light of national objectives. The vision the NITI Aayog will then provide a framework national agenda for the Prime Minister and the Chief Ministers to provide input to foster cooperative federalism through structure support initiative and mechanism with the states on a continuous basis, recognizing that strong states make a strong nation. to develop mechanisms to formulate credible plans at the credible plans at the village level and aggregate these progressively at higher levels of government to ensure in areas that are specifically favored aid that in the interest of national security and rapid economic progress. To pay special attention, aggregate these progressively and higher level government to ensure on areas that are specifically referred to it and the interest of the national security and rapid economic strategy and policy to pay special attention to the sections of our society that may be at risk of non-benefiting adequately from economic progress to design strategic and long-term policy and program frameworks and initiatives and monitor their progress and their efficacy. The lessons learned through monitoring and feedback will be used for making innovative improvements, including necessary course corrections, to provide advice and encourage partnership between key stakeholders and national and international like-minded and think tanks as well as education and policy research institutions to create a knowledge, innovations, entrepreneurial support system through a collaborative community national and international experts, their practitioners and other partners to offer a platform of resolution of intersectoral and interdepartmental issues in order to accelerate the implementation of the development agenda, to maintain a state-of-the-art resource center, be a repository of research of good governance and best practices of suitable and equitable development, as well as help their dissemination of stakeholders to actively monitor and evaluate the implementation of programs and initiatives, including the identification of the needed resource so as to strengthen the probability of success and scope of delivery, to focus on technology upgradation and capacity building for implementation of programs and initiatives, to undertake the other activities as may be necessary in order to the execution of the national development agenda and the objectives mentioned above. So the above NITI AAYOG aims to accomplish the following objectives and opportunities. Okay. So it is long chapter. I think I will take another video. Okay. So thank you, friends, because it is so long chapter. So thank you, friends.